Okay, here's part 3 of the video. Now that the little petal teeth are dry, the orange petals, we can now do the little beige dots that go in the middle of the circle. There's about 9 dots, I believe. Yep, 9. Okay, so there's 9 beige little dots, and so the hard thing will be trying to get the beige of the bottom part that we already painted to match the dots. Or, I guess the dots to match the beige. And we will attempt to do that. Oops. That looks close enough. Okay, so like I said in a previous video, we used Country Twill folk art paint. It's so blurry you can't see it. But I promise you, it is plaid 2 fluid ounce acrylic paint in 602 Country Twill and a yellow mid paint, also acrylic. So we're gonna paint these dots on here, and now I need to like remix it because it's dry now. Okay. So unlike the petals, I want this to be pretty opaque of dots, but you wanna, I'm getting paint all over me. What you wanna do is just kind of make sure that your detail brush is dabbed off because you don't want too much paint. So there's 1 dot in the middle. Okay. And then the other 8 are on the perimeter of the circle. And these are like rearranged in a specific way. So they're at the very end of the petal. Exactly. So right there. Right there. Get my reference photo. Okay. Now the trick is to not make them too big. Okay. And if you goop up, it's good to have some extra orange paint that you've already had mixed. So it's good to do these one after another, because this one I goofed up a little bit. Okay. Make sure all the excess water is off your brush. Okay. You just want to lightly poke those dots on there because dots can be kind of hard. Especially to make like perfectly symmetrical. The picture looks like it's all outlined in brown, but I think it's just going to be way too hard to do on this. But that's it so far. Gotta redo these two little dots. Okay. Gotta wipe off my brush. Can't imagine making a whole Pai Sho board. Doing each one of these? Oh gosh. Heck no. Wish I knew how to focus this better. Scooch closer. You can kind of see it from here. Okay. Just kind of filling in the dots very carefully, trying to make them as opaque as possible. It's just hard because you don't want it to be, you don't want to make them too big because then they'll all like you don't want them to touch each other. You don't want big old blobs, you want pretty specific looking dots. Clearly defined dots, I guess. Don't know if I'm in frame. Not in frame. Oh gosh, alright. Okay. That looks pretty good to me. Yeah. Little dots. Here's it next to the reference photo. Nope, can't see it. Maybe if I hold it. Well, I'll move the paint because I don't want to drop it in the paint. That ain't working. There. Looks pretty dang close. But yeah, the next thing we're gonna do is, as soon as these dots are dry, we're gonna use Satin Glaze over it. Sculpey Satin Glaze. So that will be the next video you see, and then it'll be finished. Here's a look at the finished Pai Sho tile. Yay. If I can, still trying to figure out this camera, but I think the farther I hold it away, it shows it better. But yeah, here's the finished White Lotus piece. The last thing I did was kind of touch up the little dots with more paint, the ones in the middle. And then I put Sculpey brand Satin Glaze on it. And just kind of let it dry. And what you do with this stuff is you want to take like the end of your paintbrush. I think I saw another YouTuber do this where they kind of stuck the end of the paintbrush, mixed it in to mix the glaze together, and then you just kind of paint it on that way. And you want to paint it over the whole surface. And then it kind of has a shiny appearance. Even though it says satin, it has more of a glossy finish than I like. But here's the finished piece. I think this is the 4th video. I don't know. 3rd or 4th or 4th or 5th. Anyway, I hope that this helped you in some sort of way if you wanted to make your own or just see how one was made. It wasn't too long of a process, but and let me know if you want more in-depth information or something that I haven't covered yet. So I hope that you make your own, and or this inspires you to, I don't know, make something. So I hope you enjoyed the video and have a nice rest of the day. See you for the next craft video.